Stocks are about to have a big move. Are you ready? Because tomorrow we need to make a little bit of time to make sure we are prepared. We want to revise our plan and we don't want to be surprised. That's basically it. So, if you have a few minutes, I will walk you through exactly that today. Are stocks going to moon or are they going to reverse rocket? That probably depends. Elon Musk is going to launch the biggest IPO ever and raise $30 billion in mid to late 2026 for SpaceX. So there's a lot of excitement in the market right now. But some stocks are a buy. You can see it right here with app. And some stocks are a sell. That's called the market. There's 500 stocks in this heat map. And every day, some of them go up and some of them also go down. But we have to remind ourselves that if in doubt, zoom out. Oh, it gets pretty green. Let's go year to date. Oh, there's our good old friend, Mr. Green. Yes. We talked about that on the weekend. Justin, you know what? Maybe other people need a plan. I don't. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you want to keep watching for a few more minutes. But if you don't, click on the link in the description. It should say free notes and you'll land right here. You can see some stocks that I talked about and we purchased. I can give you an update on that in a minute here. We're actually positive. So the market's going down. We're not. I would focus on how to make a plan, though. Take a little bit of time to actually answer these questions. Do I actually know what the best case scenario for me is? Do I know what the worst case scenario is? Am I actually ready for a surprise? If you are or aren't, again, just actually make the plan. If you enjoy my videos, that's what I advise you to do. I'm not joking about the potential for a big move. Your time is valuable, so let's show you exactly what the update is. We have a double top. It's not a higher high. So if we double top here and I'm showing you a range, which is important because it's pink. Pink's not my favorite color, believe it or not. Or purple. They're ones that stand out on the chart. So what do we note? Well, we note that we're in an important range. Pink, important. Pink, important. We're much closer to resistance than we are to support. And my system, again, my system's not perfect. It delivers signals. It usually rockets. And right now, again, right here on the board, we talked about it. Here was the idea then. Here's where it is now. You can see the current portfolio right here. We're currently higher by 0.3%. We have 61% invested. This is what the portfolio looks like. I prefer a pie chart. Kevin likes these little boxes, so I think we're going to go back to the pie chart. Anyways, you can see I still have lots of cash, 40%. If I go here to the current trade, it gave us another whisper. So we don't always know what the alert's going to be on the next one. So what we do is we're just mindful of it. Here's what it looks like on the chart. So we did not add more today. We don't add on a whisper like we talked about yesterday. Here's the trade for dog, where we are betting against the Dow Jones, 30 stocks. We're not betting against the S&P 500 or the Russell. We're betting against the Dow Jones. So if we're wrong, we're going to sell on a marginal lower low. It hits that level, we're out. There's no second guessing. That's a stop loss. It stops you from losing more. It's predefined risk. In this example here, if I go to dog, we have an open gain of 0.1% because the weight is 44. And if I hover over the stop, it tells me on the portfolio or the port, the loss to port could be 0.63%. So what that means is that out of my total account value, I can't lose more than 0.63% if I actually respect my plan. And this is a robot. It doesn't care about feelings or how we think stocks should go. It hits that number. Right, there we go. I can't snap my fingers right now. There we go. It hit that number. We're out. We hit that level. We sell exactly half. We hit that number. We're out. That's all that can happen. If stop, we're out. If trim, sell half. If target, sell the other half. And then wait for new ideas. We always got ideas. There's ideas all the time. My job is to be selective in what I purchase, as I mentioned in previous videos. Right now, I got an idea to go inverse if I want to. That's betting against China. I got tons of ideas here. And these are just the swing ones. We get that in our end of day report. But just for simplicity, I'm going to focus on this one here. So if tomorrow we get another alert, which would be a trade algo, not a trade whisper. A whisper is early in case you can't figure it out, just like the earnings whisper. So we're early. And if tomorrow we see the same type of alert like we saw here on Duolingo, what that should mean is that we're not just trying to go up, we're actively going up. If we have a look here, this is our entry here on Duolingo. And I think, this is the average, right? 199. Oh, yeah, here we go. So the candle for today is not printed. I'm not sure why, but we should have the candle for this week. It should be updated as of now because we can see our average is 199. Current price is 209. Let me actually just double check that really quick. Yeah, it's actually had a really good day today. I wasn't watching it, but yeah, it looks like powered up massively yesterday, more today. This one's doing pretty good for us. You can actively see the curl here. So remember, if you're wondering how this thing works, we have screeners, just like any other algorithm. We're screening for stocks for certain conditions. Yeah, the stock used to be a $500 stock, 550. Now it's at 200. So we're bottom feeders. We like buying the bottom. Sometimes the bounces don't work. They lead lower. That's why we set a stop loss. On this example here, once we get the algo, the reversal is actively underway. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of my system. Just basically pink is early, and if we get the blue one, it's time to go up. So that means that tomorrow, if we get that alert and our balanced risk reward will be above 1, then we're going to buy more. We don't add more units of risk just to add more units of risk. This idea is already working. It's 44% of the account. So our goal, again, is to just let the system do the trading for us. That's how right now, just since my purchases on Friday, and you can go back and watch, I have all the ideas right here. You want to go see them for yourself, they're here as well. You can look at the idea. We got FDS. So we created this card on the 12th, and the purchases are there. So we got Duolingo, Bumble, FactSet, and we got Dog. Those are all in the account right here. Let's go back to Justin. Let's go to portfolio. And I got XPEV too as well. I forgot to, I don't think I put that one in there. So XPEV, I'm just trying to test the system out, see if it's going to work. I'm looking for an ad on that one too. The benefit here is that on some days, like if I go to XPeng here, actually, XPEV one day, we got a follow through whisper alert yesterday, which means that it's the same thing as Dog. This stock is pretty deeply oversold. All right, bounce barely going up. So right here, it's still, again, it's not even actively going higher. We'd probably have to get to here if I was to guess. So it's still oversold, but trying to go up. If we get the algo alert, it just means the reversal is actively underway, like we saw here on Duolingo. The quality of this setup, as you can see, there's not just been a little bit of a pop. There's a reversal actively underway. That's what the algo looks for, basically. So not that we're trying to go up, but that we're actually going up. You can see it right here. If we go here to a line chart, a little bit easier to see as well, even with a spark line. So there's the ideas. That's what I have in my portfolio. The market's going down. I'm going up. Maybe this would be a great time to consider smashing the thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you ahead of time. So I'm not a perfect trader, but I like to buy things with a certain setup. What that basically means is I'm looking for stocks on sale. And I want them on sale, but actively trying to go up. If we actually stay here and go to Bumble, maybe you'll see the same thing on here too. Again, this one's been beat up a lot bad. Oh God, the stock's been beat up. Is it a match? Not lately. Every bounce has been for selling until they aren't. So is there AI potential here? Of course. They already use AI. It's called machine learning. So if AI is going to continue, we'll have a look here. Whoa, nice little bounce right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So our defined risk would be here. And our reward, again, we just go copy paste. So we would actually just draw a box. This is what it should look like. I'm doing this live because maybe you'll appreciate a live idea today. Copy paste. So if that's our average, well, then we sell. If we just go a little bit below, that's what we calculate, a little bit below the recent low. And then just a little, we sell 1 for 1 here. But if I go copy paste again, whoa, there's like 2 times, maybe 3 times as much reward if we're able to reverse all the way back up. That's all I'm looking for. I'm a bottom feeder. People will hate it here and they'll love it up here. That's just how the market works. People sell comfort and buy pain. Sorry, they sell pain and buy comfort. Oh, everyone already likes it. Oh, I like it too. Oh, everyone hates it. Yeah, I know it's the worst. And this is just a recent move here. I'm trying to show you things through a different lens so you can maybe appreciate that if more data is not helpful, then don't look at more data. I like candlesticks. I see more value when looking at these ones here. If it's full versus hollow, that tells me something. It tells me the strength. Like if you're watching a football game, sometimes you like to look at things different than others. So is it going to be a rocket or a reverse rocket? To now wind the story out, here's why maybe we go down more. H200s are now being sold to China. But what did NVIDIA do today? Well, it didn't go up. No, it's a little bit red. Inside bar. All right, inside bar, a little bit red. What does that mean? It means the reaction to the news is muted. The price actions muted were red. We were green in after hours yesterday on the initial headline, but we have below average volume too. So it seems like no one cares. The marginal buyer already knows about the NVIDIA story. And maybe there's more at play here. The news is pretty good. China's AI developers to welcome NVIDIA's H200 chip shipments. Okay. Oh, there's a Trump tax. That's right. You got to pay the troll. So I'm joking, right? It's a bit of a troll tax. And he's giving credits out to farmers and stuff. So again, redistribution. That's not what I thought that Republicans were about. But anyways, this is the hurdle. So there's H200 revenue where they have a 25% tax squeeze on margins. I got to pay tax on that. It's an export control. So now they get the good chips, but they got to pay 25% tax to big ol' Uncle Sam. So NVIDIA has more demand than supply. So if now they have to sell the chips that everybody wants at 25% less margin, is that beneficial to NVIDIA, or is it now Trump wants a favor and you got to sell China those chips? That's what it comes down to. The government would take the 25% revenue hit, the tax squeeze, which means it hurts NVIDIA. So the chips that everybody wants, the insatiable demand, they might be forced to sell them at a lower marginal profit. That's the way I read it. TMC is already at capacity. So you want us to, we can't build more than what we're doing now. We plan to build more, but they're going to sell them for less money. That's not capitalism. And Beijing can still block the sales. They have a lot of their own winners at home now. Ooh, look at that blue steel. What a stud. What did he tell us? Look how good he is, right? Look at that beautiful blue steel. All right. I have informed. Oh, such a nice gentleman. I've informed President Xi of China. Oh, okay. Wasn't sure where he was from. Thank you for clarifying. That the United States will allow NVIDIA to ship its H2000 products to approved customers in China and other countries. Oh, under conditions that allow for continued strong national security. Which means what? Grease my wallet. Give me a nice little brown bag. I'll say you can buy them. Perfect. Thank you, President Trump. And this is where it's really important we focus on what has not done well this year and what has done well. So volatility, man, you never know what he's going to Trump. You're pricing like the house is going to burn to the ground every week. You never know what he's going to say. The difficulty here is that it appears like a buy the hype, sell the news. Sell volatility, sell the 10-year note, sell the dollar, and sell Bitcoin. That's the Bitcoin president. Again, facts or feelings. Do you want to be told what's going to go up, or do you want to watch what's actually going up? Silver, another booming day today. Another new all-time high. Boom, mega up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Industrial, precious. There's a lot of reasons why people like silver. Uranium is now this is now a critical mineral. I think they added silver. Uranium, critical mineral. Gold. Hey, who doesn't like gold? Those are commodities. Those are hard to print. You got to go mine for those. Not like Bitcoin. That's easy to mine. Get a computer to do it. This you got to get shovels in the ground by humans, and that's difficult. SMH, which is chips. Mexico is up 47, Brazil 45, biotech 37, Canada 32. The US isn't doing bad. 17% is good. 22% is even better. I happen to like 100% better. That's just me. Call me weird. And then for the FOMC, I will leave you a link at the end. But if we go here very briefly, here are the notes. And I gave this all to you in the weekend video. So if you want to see those, watch the video at the very end here. I'm basically done. Trump's looking over his shoulder. This is many years later. Trump appointed him, believe it or not. All right, let's go back to here. Let's look at our notes. So Trump's speaking today. He's probably speaking right now as I'm recording. And I'm really curious on what he's going to talk about. Because right now, people are worried about the cost of living. Affordability. He's like, affordability? I'm a billionaire. I like silver. I like it in my mouth. I like that nice silver spoon, right? It doesn't hurt my nice little teeth. Doesn't chip them. Yeah, silver's nice if you can afford it. On the flip side, we know about NVIDIA. We know about Trump industrial parks. I want to see what's more important here. Jerome Powell or the president. It's not my job to tell the market what's more important. It's my job to react. I'm here to make money, not friends. I got plenty of friends I can make outside of the stock market in this arena. People do not ask how you feel. They make their decisions. They trade. You come into the arena, you better be ready to face Mike Tyson on any day. That's the big move. So I've told you about the range. Pink is important. We're near the upper end of the range. I did want the correction in the first half of the week. So where did we hit relative to what I had in the note? Let's go back to the top. S&P's at 683. That's an inside bar, but we can see that, again, I don't want to tell you the chart is bearish, but it looks just like this one here. What it means to me is that we opened here, we price discovered higher, but they walked the price all the way back down, and we closed at the low of the day, which was the open. So bulls attempted, got pushed back, and that happened twice now. So on the flip side, when you see a hammer or a lower wick, that means that we opened up, sellers attempted to drive the price down, and we only get a wick because the price is only temporary, recovered by the close. And then we usually get follow through. Hammers usually get followed by follow through. These type of candles usually mean there's a short-term downside. And that's basically what we're calling for on dog. Sometimes flipping the charts upside down can make the reversal a little bit easier to see. So I told you about all the reasons why we can go down. Well, we did. In the second half of the week, do we snap back? Is Jerome Powell going to give us some nice coal, or is he going to give us some nice treats? I think the discussion is going to be around his Q&A at the end. So as I tell you every previous FOMC, if you're still watching after 15 minutes, here's the plan. It should be no surprise if you follow along regularly, though. Stocks might go up or down or sideways tomorrow. What will often happen, though, is that there's a knee-jerk reaction. I'm already telling you that I think stocks are going to go lower into the open. That's just what it tells me. It's implying that. So if we have a look here on the chart, and we're expecting some downside tomorrow, what will usually happen on FOMC day is that there's a knee jerk. If between 2 and 2:30, which again are in the free notes, you can click on the link to go find here. Very top left of the board, 10-year auction tomorrow. That was today. Who cares? I already talked about it. Let's hide it down. BOC rate decision at 9:45. That's just after the open, expecting a pause. Then at 2 o'clock, we get the rate decision with a cut expected. And then we get Powell coming in at 2:30. He will give us prepared remarks. And then he does Q&A until about 3:30. So the knee-jerk reaction can be between 2 and 2:30. So if we go here to say a 15-minute candle, we're going to get 2 of these candles between 2 and 2:30. If this trend continues down, what I would like to see, can't predict the future. I just got plans. And certain setups I like more than others. Like if you ever watch baseball and there's a pitch, some of them they don't strike at. Sometimes they're balls, sometimes they're strikes. Yeah, because he's choosing to use his muscles only on certain ones he feels are optimal. It's the same thing here. We don't have to take every shot. So if the market does listen to 2 o'clock and then tanks at 2, if it does that at 2, I think the knee jerk is going to go higher after that. So then at 2:30, between 2 and 2:30, to make it simple, I want us to go down between 2 and 2:30. And then I want to see a snapback and higher highs and higher lows from 2:30 until 4 o'clock. That would tell me that what I wanted is continuing to happen. Maybe I was wrong about the move lower, and then we should be looking for new all-time highs after that. It's not that much more. We'll look here on the weekly chart. I mentioned that we have support all the way down to the weekly higher low. We hit 681.57. So if now we think about this, at the beginning of the video, I already told you with my system, my plan's already made. But look at my total portfolio. I have 44% short. I got 40% cash, and then I got a couple of little long peppered in here. I'm going to double this position tomorrow at the close if we go close higher. So if the reaction to Powell is bearish, I'm going to double my dog position if it's above 1 risk reward, which it should be. So what that basically tells me is that what I'm telling you here is that the notes that I gave you for free are already including that. I see evidence to back my plan up. The note here for the daily is the daily lower high is cautiously bearish versus the weekly higher low, which is bullish. The note just changes till tomorrow now. We got an inside bar. If you missed it, I'll show it to you. That's an inside bar. We're inside the range from the previous candle. On the daily chart, there is no higher high. There is no lower low. It's an inside bar. We're inside the range from the previous candle. It's like a coil. It's getting tight. And there's low volume. And we're not getting the bullish reaction to NVIDIA you would have thought we would get. There's actually mostly selling here. It's a liquidation event. That's called distribution. At least on any other chart, forget it's called SPY. That's just what the chart's telling me. So is Green Man going to come and give us another record close? Because if not, the monthly gave us a failed breakout. And I've told you what I think could happen there. At any moment, if we go down to 610 and you're going to be a little pussy, puss out now. Let's call it a wussy. A wussy means I'm scared and maybe in the future things are going to be a little bit less good. Well, that's the big move lower. Are you ready for it? I am. I just told you. This account's short. I'm 44% short on this account. And I'm ready to double the position tomorrow. My system has certain conditions. If it hits, it hits. But if not, my 401k account is currently at 83.8% cash. Here's a snapshot of it too right now. If you're still watching, I'll give you the goods today. I'm up by 21%. Trox crushed it for me today. I think that's actually a little bit off. Let me double check. I'm going to do this live. You can see how I do it. 3.75. I can see my cost basis. I already realized the position here. So I made $21 on a 94% cost basis. That's 22% funded. There we go. I'm going to go back here to reflect the current price. Boom. Finally got our hit on that one there. And now we're funded by 22%. We have 2% left over. And that added a pretty good chunk to our account today. Playboy's been doing really well too. This one stinks, right? I should have known it. Reverse rocket on that one. Jeez. DDD raised some money today too. So we squashed all the gains we had on that one. Good thing we sold lots of it. But anyways, both of my accounts are ready. 88% cash there. I got what? 44 plus 40. Oh, wait, that's 84% either cash or short. Yes. And the stocks that I have, they're going up in a tough market. These are strong Sammies, right? These are salmon swimming upstream. And every single week, I always have more ideas. In the spirit of doing things a little bit live today, I'll give you a quick little update here too. I'm going to go to my DM. Let's see if this works. Go to my DM. I can go to my end of day report. This is in your inbox every single day. There's here's the rules of the road. You want to use the algo properly. Answer these 5 questions before you click buy. And then our job is to make sure we order wisely. Clicking buy seems easy. Yeah, because Justin did all the work for you. We only present you with good ideas. Here's our active portfolio in the other one. And then here's our activity. You can see it right here. Then we can jump down here to portfolio holdings for me, I believe. Yeah. My orders. So I've already ordered these ones here. Donut and Stellantis. Then we look here. Here's some pretty good ideas. Whoa. Lululemon. Hello. 5.73 risk reward. And when do we buy it? On the last day of the month. If we follow the system exactly as is. Yes. Then we look here to Constellation Brands, STZ. Well, the risk reward was at 5. Now it's at 4. And that's because as we go higher, the stock is getting de-risked. So if we go look at STZ today, this is a recession stock. It's part of why I like it. I had a pretty good day today. Another 1% higher. So it's actively advancing. We got our system, right? It's trying to go up. It's a whisper. How long will we hold on for? That's an annual candle. So up to a year. So if we're following the system, we can buy it at the end of the year. If I go here again, just look. That's why I got it right here. I got STZ. It's highlighted in blue because it means there's an algo alert for it. That's an invest alert. That's a swing alert. Oh, so you just wait till there's good ideas and good stocks you like, and then you buy them? Pretty much. That's pretty much everything in my portfolio. They're all algo ideas. Trox, that was an algo idea. And Trox should now be an active idea in here. It should be actually in here. If I was to guess, it should be here. There we go, right there, 2.91. It had a rocket day today, so great. Lulu, 5.71, but it's currently below. I want to buy to click on that button. Boom. You want to order that stock? We give it to you. I'm already in it, so it's going to give me a blank screen there. But here's the stocks I like. I told you, I like FactSet, Tronox. Okay, so you just buy the algo ideas. Yeah, if I'm right, I make 3. If I'm wrong, I lose 1. I like that. These are algo ideas, which means I don't look at them very often. We don't have to do anything until the last day of the month. Sometimes I get in early. I mentioned that on Trox multiple times. I'm front running it. I want to get ahead of the system. It's my system. I know how to read it. I talked about Donut. Yeah, that's my portfolio too. All right, so I got that one in my portfolio, that one in my portfolio. I got that one in my portfolio. So you just look at the best ideas and buy those ones? Yes. Lulu, STZ, those are the 2 I just looked at right here. Oh, Lululemon, STZ, okay. 5.7 to 1, 4 to 1. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's basically what I do. We had a UPS a few months ago. I think it was last month, actually. And then Donut right there, too. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then you already own the other ones? Yeah, it's right here. FactSet. I got Stellantis right there. There's Donut. So, you just follow your system. Yeah, because it's for me. I built the system for me because I like making 21% a year. I want to continue that hot streak. And what I'm trying to tell you is that I call myself a wussy, not a pussy. I'm not scared of getting punched in the face. What I'm scared of is that I'm ill-prepared. And then on a day like tomorrow, when I first started trading and I did not understand what the FOMC was, oh boy, I'm like, oh man, I really wish I had a plan right now. I'll stick my head in the sand though, because I don't know what to do. I don't want to admit I'm wrong. So being legitimately prepared for the worst case scenario, that's where it's hard to be disappointed. That's called being a pussy. You get punched in the mouth, you're like, ow, that hurts. Well, if you see Mike Tyson in the ring across from you, that's Mr. Market. You make a mistake, he's not going to apologize. Mike's not going to apologize. He's going to punch you the F out, right? KTFO. Oh, yeah, I've seen that happen to my account. It goes down a lot really fast. Yeah, it doesn't give you your milk money back at the end of the day. Oh, no problem. Here's your milk money. Mom said you can't afford not to have milk today. Here you go. Don't go whine to her. Who are you going to cry to? Make sure you have ideas. So when I click on buy here, just like Staples, yeah, it's easy for me because I do this. I'm trying to drive a point home here. So if you're still watching at the end here, have a big plan. I'm telling you about these stocks that I like, but I'm prepared. I might get punched. I might get punched really hard tomorrow, and I'm not going to be crying about it. My system's going to incorporate all that for me. I got no decisions to make. My decisions were already made. In terms of swing ideas, a feed like this can be a little bit overwhelming. Maybe you can drop me a comment and tell me what you think. Right here, this is everything I need to make a decision. So if I go to my account, I can go to ideas. I can see all the stuff here. I click on buy. That's what I know. But I need all these other rows here for me to make an informed decision. That's what I need. So what do? I know how to use my system. I click on sort by risk reward. I look at if it's flashing yellow, that means it's below the price, it's red. Then I'm looking at the dot. Then I'm looking at the percent to stop. Then I'm looking at the color of the dot here. If it's flashing green, it's good. It's above the alert price. It's qualifying. It's passing. That's failing. It's trying to go up, but it's not holding it for the candle period. That's the weekly chart. So failing on the weekly, but trying to go up. It's a whisper versus actively trying to go up on the monthly, which is a invest alert, but it's red. Oh, so we want the top ideas, but we can't enter unless it's green. So right now it's telling me betting against China for the next year. Hey, that's looking cautiously optimistic. At the end of the month, it's going to qualify. Next month, it gets continuation. That signals a Trump trade war. 6-to-1 risk reward. Oh boy. China, man, might be in trouble. Might be about to get fired. That's what it tells me. Oh, so bet against China with a 6-to-1 risk reward, and we buy into the end of the month and then end of July. That's what it tells me. Yes. So I take that factor into consideration. That's a recession stock. People drink beer when times are bad. Oh, are times bad? Look around. Talk to people. 4-to-1 risk reward. Buy at the end of the year. So if it gets bad until the end of the year and then worse after that, Warren Buffett likes it. He sees value. FactSet is an AI company that's trading like a value stock that's beat up, but I think it's going to go up. Trucks, those sweet critical minerals. Target, yeah, people are broke ass. Donut, hey, who doesn't like a nice little Krispy Kreme? Okay, that's all I do. Red. I don't understand these well enough. That's Whirlpool, and then the one that made the cut of the list here is HRL. That's right here. So we had HRL at the top. Here's the swing idea. Sorry. So we got met coal, but it's below the price. There's the X right there. I can order it, but I'm not going to buy it unless it closes positive at least 1766 or higher. So laser below. Okay. Coursera 5-to-1, but it's currently below the price. This is easier to digest. Oh yeah, I like that. 9-to-1 buy. Over here is all the data. So what I would encourage you to do is to come tomorrow morning if you want to ask me questions. You want to know how my system works? Just ask me. I'll show you. I have nothing to hide. I do this because I want to actually trade to make money, not to sell courses where I tell you at the beginning there's nothing to click or smash. And then at the end, I always ask you to buy something. I'm not going to ask you today. If you want to find out about how you can support me after, just come around and watch another video tomorrow. Coming out at 8:30. All my notes are here if you want to click on them. Otherwise, get familiar with these stocks. Come and ask a good question. Or you can go to the second link in the description, which should say theelgo.com/help. And I will answer your question tomorrow at 9 a.m. when I'm on. So there you go. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks so much.